going to be talking about how we can create our skin to have, oh gosh, what's the word we're looking for? Skin like glass, glass like skin. And some people, uh, it's a phrase that comes from the Korean skincare. Because in the Korean skincare regimen, they use like 13 products when they sit down to do stuff. And that's why their skin is so amazing, right? And so we're talking about Korean glass skin via what we use. And it's not meant to happen every single day because we don't want to over process our face, right? So what I like to do is talk about using these products kind of over the course of days. Although one day, maybe like once every other week, you're doing everything in sequence. Okay. So the first product that we're going to talk about is the Voluform Foaming Cleanser. And this is very luxurious. It's it cleanses, it hydrates, firms, tightens, and brightens. And just as a good question for you, did you know that if your cleanser makes your skin feel dry, that it's aging you? So this is originally it was geared towards the 50 and up. Although there's 40s and 30s and 25s and up that are using this product, it's geared more towards the normal to dry skin. If you're more on the oily combo side, you might want to consider using the 4-in-1 cleanser from the Time Wise Miracle Set line. But this one will work. I think a lot of it just depends on how much you're putting on. So if I'm putting just a little bit on, if this was my face, this is all I would be putting on my face. Okay. And then once you get water going with it, it'll actually like foam up a little bit, but it really does feel lovely. And you can use this on your whole face, décolleté, the whole bit. You can also use more product than what I just showed you, of course, on your whole face. But that is a fabulous, fabulous product to kind of get things going and pampering you. So if I were on an oily side, I would maybe use this product once a month on just to make it a very luxurious kind of day. Okay. Mm-hmm. The next product that we would go ahead and work with is our Deep Cleansing Charcoal Mask. This is from the Clearproof line. It is for all skin types, even though it says, it's more part of the combating oiliness line. It is suitable for all skin types. And so did you know that charcoal pulls twice its weight in impurities out of your skin? This contains navy bean and honeysuckle to go ahead and take away redness and discoloration. And it's going to take out the oil, the dirt, and the grime. So you would go ahead and do this after you cleanse. Okay. And I'm not putting that on my hand. You leave it on for 10 to 20 minutes. Basically, once you see all the dots all over your nose, you know it's working. And so that's going to be product number 2 in this fab chunk of stuff here. The next product that we're going to show off here is, I forgot to tell you this part. The bentonite clay in the Deep Cleansing Charcoal Mask is going to help minimize pores. So that also helps out. Now, the next product we're going to talk about is our Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. This is for all skin types. This is glycolic acid, and it dissolves dead skin cells and oils. It supports collagen production, and it helps make your skin feel like glass. And this you can use the same applicator. You could just rinse it off. The mask applicator, I think, is fabulous. It's like a big old spatula. You can put your charcoal mask on with this, and then you go ahead, rinse it off. Take your charcoal mask off after the 10 to 20 minutes. This goes on for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. The price point on this one is $68, and it lasts a ridiculously long time. This is a chemical exfoliation versus like what a microdermabrasion product would be, which is a physical exfoliant. Okay. Now, sometimes if you're like for some spas, they might do both. They might go ahead and do the microderm before the charcoal mask, and then they would go ahead and do this after the charcoal mask as
Do
another
you
round of stuff.
so you can mix
You
all the products?
you don't want to do that very often
Okay.
because your face could freak out if you do too much, all the time. But this is an okay thing to do, like if you're doing it like once a month. Like if I'm going to do charcoal mask on a typical day, I don't do facial peel at the same time.
Okay.
But if I were going to do this in a hydra session pampering kind of mode, then I would go ahead and do it after charcoal. Leave it hang out, you work it around your face, let it hang out. And then what you'll do, and this is for all skin types, even though it's part of the repair line and the Voluform line, this is our lifting serum. It's got a little indicator on the side so you see how much is left, so you know how when you're about to run out. With the pump, it's going to lift and firm, and this actually goes right in here. It's basically this triangle area underneath your eyes down into the lower part of your face. That's where the lifting serum goes. Okay. Then we're going to talk about your day cream with SPF or your night treatment with retinol, depending on what time of day you're going to do things. These are your choices. So if you're looking, I don't know which way you're looking at on the screen. Your day cream is this one. It's got an SPF 30. And your Time Wise Repair night cream, your night treatment with retinol, has a derivative of vitamin A, which is what retinol is. It unclogs pores, making your skin bright and more youthful. And the great thing about it is it has a pump. So you basically just push on the pump, product comes out, and you're able to work it onto your skin. Okay. Mm-hmm. And it's going to feel amazing. Okay. Those are fabulous. The last product we're going to talk about is our Time Wise Eye Renewal Cream. And this is so great because it has a ZMAC tip on it. The ZMAC tip is very cool. It stands for zinc, magnesium, aluminum, and copper. And basically, it's what boxers use. It's the metal used in a boxing ring to take down swelling. And it always stays cold. So you squirt the product out and you massage it through. That's how you're actually going to use that ZMAC tip. So you're not using your fingers. And that's going to help out with your eye area as well. And that, my friends, if we had guests on that had the product with them or we had them here in person, we would go ahead and do the product and we would have them leave the charcoal mask on for about 10 minutes or so. Really pretty easy peasy there. And let's talk about the fact that we just did that in 7 minutes? And we went through all the products. That was kind of crazy. But let's talk about the price point and the specials just for a second. The Time Wise Repair Set retails for $215, and those were all the pieces. That was your cleanser, your lifting serum, your day and night creams, and your eye cream. Those 5 pieces. That retails for $215, which does save you, golly, it's a chunk over buying the pieces separately. You might go through them at a different rate per product, and that's okay. When you run out, you order that piece of product because you can get the items separately. The Revealing Radiance Facial Peel, that retails for $68. And like I said, that's a good one to use once to twice a week on its own. But if you're going to make it as part of a conglomerate here hydra session, then you're going to go ahead and use your spatula, which I think retails for $12. So we'll add that into the mix. And then my favorite, your deep cleansing charcoal mask, I believe that's $26. So that, my friends, has a retail price of all these pieces, parts, including the fact that the set is being counted as a set with the lower price point of $321. And your today only price would be $299 if you were to buy all of those pieces for the hydra session. And that would be such a great killer deal, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. $299 for all of those Korean glass inspired products. So that's my little demo on our Hydra session for this month. And we'll probably kind of rename it and call it more of the Korean glass. But it is, keep in mind that Mary Kay is the #1 skincare company in direct sales in the entire world. In the world. It's true. Terry, what questions can I answer for you on this?
Well, because I don't use it because I have
Yeah,
oily skin, so it's harder.
right.
So I guess my biggest thing is I've always been told don't overdo the masks all at once. So like for you to do like so many things, I was kind of like, wait, I've never seen that.
That's a very good point. That would be so like in that case, that's a once a monther.
Okay.
Like if I were going to the spa to get a facial, that's what they would be doing.
Okay.
And we don't go to the spa all the time to get a facial. Okay.
Right.
So like when we talk about skin cycling, which is more like what we do, we make sure we don't exfoliate on the same day that we're, basically there's a cleanser exfoliating day. There's a super hydrating day. It's a rotation of things. There's a retinol day.
Right.
So you've got 4 days that you basically just keep rotating through. And so on an exfoliation day, you're either going to use the facial peel or you're going to use microderm. Either one, not both. Okay. If you're going to do charcoal, maybe not do it the same day as your microderming or exfoliating, because because it's pulling product out or stuff out of your skin, it is considered an exfoliant, even though it's gentle, and then retinol, that would be our Clinical Solutions retinol products. That would be a separate day. So you do that like two days a week, basically, when it's rotating through. That way you're not over processing your face. The moisturization, that's where you would put extra moisture in, not just using moisturizer, which we need all the time. But that would be using something like the Moisture Renewing Gel Mask.
Okay.
Or the Biocellulose Mask.
Okay.
Both are great. Both are, the gel mask you can leave on anywhere from 10 minutes to sleeping overnight with it, knowing that you'll have to change out your pillowcase the next day. Then the Biocellulose, you leave it on for about a half an hour, and you do need to kind of like just sit and be, The other product that you can use are the Hydrogel eye patches. And those are great 3 days a week. You don't have to use them all the time, but get them under there, and that's going to help out with puffiness as well. It's also going to help out with diminishing the appearance of wrinkles and that kind of stuff too. So that's an extra hydration piece you can throw into the mix, especially on a day if you're going to do the gel mask, I would say. So that's a great point to bring up. We don't want to overprocess our face, okay? Right. Because a lot of times, especially younger gals, will think, okay, if I just use more products, I'll get rid of the acne.
Yeah.
And in reality, you're probably causing even more acne because your face is freaking out because you're over processing it. So it's really a delicate little dance that we do to figure out what's the best fit. Okay.
Right.
But yeah, the Hydra session idea is if you're wanting to really do a pampering once a month.
Okay.
And if you were on TimeWise, like I am on most of my pieces, then what you would do is you would go ahead and use your cleanser as is. And then what I would do is just ramp up your amount of nighttime recovery. I would just maybe put extra on for that extra soothing feeling after you've done the facial peel, because the facial peel works for everybody. I mean, I use it, even though on my recommendation stuff on the Skin Analyzer app, it does not recommend any part of Voluform except this as an exfoliant option. And your day and night creams, as long as you're putting your daytime defender on after your moisturizer, that works. The eye cream, I think, is a great one if you're looking to dip your toe into the repair line and you haven't used any of the pieces parts yet. This is a great one to start with, because very, very concentrated, good product. You start around the outer part of your eye, so you're not going too close in. And or when it's time, your lifting serum. If you're using Serum C+E and maybe the booster that's the C plus resveratrol. That one, those two work great together as a power pair. You don't necessarily need this one yet. This is you'll graduate to that when it's time.
Okay.
And in that case, you would just use Serum C. So that's another good point to bring up. But the idea is you don't want to use 75,000 products. But what we did tonight was talk through 6 of them.
Right.
Which is more than what most people do. Most people do 2, if we're lucky.
If we're lucky.
A cleanser and a moisturizer. So yeah, there you go. So that is my little presentation of awesome there. And we got